I think everyone's prediction went out of the window.
Rahul's prediction way off by 94 runs. Your prediction 84. My prediction 81. Nikhil's prediction the closest with 41. West Indies have made 311 for 6. Fantastic performance from Shai Hope.
Well, he gave them a lot of hope for sure, and 100 in his 100th match. So
100 in his 100th match, the 10th overall to do it, and the 4th West Indian. He joins Gordon Greenidge, Chris Gale, Ram Naresh Sarwan, and now Shai Diego Hope.
But his middle name is Diego, really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
SD Hope, Shai Diego Hope. So brilliant. But the guy I picked, Kyle Mayers, what a strike rate, 169.57.
Easily the most aggressive of all the batsmen there.
Absolutely.
At least in the top order. You had Robman and Romario Shepherd low down the order.
But Nicholas Pooran, what a knock from him. 1-4, 6 sixes. That's why Yajuvendra Chahal's figures took a massive beating today.
Also worth noting, whenever he scores big runs.
Yes. West Indies seem to have the reverse end of the stick.
Yeah, it's a reverse jinx that whenever he does well, West Indies end up doing bad. So let's see what really happens. Hello, Ricky Patel.
Hi, Ricky Patel. So yes, West Indies have really put up a great show. And Nicholas Pooran in the pre-match, before the toss, he said 250 would be a very challenging total.
Yeah, they've got 300 plus.
111, and they did play their full 50 plus overs. For the second consecutive match, they have done it. West Indies, by the way, they're coming into this with 7 consecutive losses.
Yes, exactly. It's not been good times for them.
This is the right time to break that jinx. Yeah, the Indian bowlers really struggled. Avesh Khan of
I think as Big Boy rightfully puts it, horror debut. Also show him just increase the font size slightly. It's hard to look at the comments.
311 and Avesh Khan 6 overs, none for 54. And the other bowlers also were no better. Lord Shardul 7 overs, 3 wickets but 54 runs.
It's the Shardul Thakur experience. Simple as. He's going to go for a lot of runs. Batsmen will get a couple of boundaries off him, think, okay, we can take this guy on, and then they'll end up, they'll just end up holding out of his bowling. So
yes. Well, Vikram, see what happened to your numbers here, the bowlers, they have told you should give number on line and not on the result of the game. Okay.
I think the result of the game is...
Avesh Khan did not play the previous, so he did not give any numbers for Avesh. Shardul Thakur, we had said 6 out of 10. Mohammad Siraj, we gave him the marks that he deserves because he bowled the Yorkers well.
Exactly.
That was line and length. We didn't look at the number of runs. If we had looked at the number of runs and impact, he would have been 3 or 2. But then he bowled the Yorkers. Now, Akshar Patel was also quite economical. We gave him 4.5, it might increase to 6. But Yajuvendra Chahal, 9 overs, 1 for 69.
I think I do not remember anyone taking on Yuzi Chahal the way, Pooran was going after him today after a point.
Yep.
I just haven't seen that.
Exactly. So, Deepak Hooda, 1 for 42 of 9 overs. Pick of the bowlers along with our Siraj, because Siraj bowled a pretty decent final over.
And he bowled out his entire quota, by the way. Yep. I think the only bowler who bowled out his quota.
Yes. But what contrasting fortunes the West Indies had compared to the first game. Shai Hope dismissed early, but then you had Kyle Mayers and Shama Brooks managing to hold on in the middle overs and also stitching a good stand. Here, everybody got going. Kyle Mayers, he was batting in T20 mode. For the first 10 overs, they were scoring at 8 runs per over. And Mayers was clearly on the charge. The way how he took on Avesh Khan.
Yeah, I think he knew that, Avesh, there'd be some bit of nerves there. Obviously, debut ODI, there'd be a little bit of nervousness there. And he absolutely went after him after a point, because I remember watching the match initially, I'm like, my God, they're really going aggressive at the get-go. And to be fair, we've seen this is the template even last time. Remember when India were batting?
Yes.
They did start off very aggressively, because as the ball softens, it becomes a little hard to maybe clear the ropes and maybe get that hard connection. But otherwise, they were doing really well.
Really well. But again, this is the same pitch, right? Where they played the first ODI.
I think
in the match it was mentioned that it was the same pitch. But it seems to have gotten better.
Somehow.
I mean, yeah, because see, everybody, it was not as if the batsman coming in, what happened in the previous game? Batsman coming in when the ball was soft, stroke making was difficult.
I think what happens here also is this time I think what's made the wicket look better is that this time a lot of the batsmen actually did get starts. I mean, with the exception of Brandon King, who had a duck. Besides that, everyone, everyone actually pitched in just a little bit because even the lower order, they got like 13, 14s, 15s, but they were striking it at a good, very good strike rate. So I don't know. I think today, that's why maybe because also last time around they were not quite used to or not expecting how the pitch would play. This time they know how it's going to play, and so they planned.
Yes. So Shai Hope and Nicholas Pooran, but then we have seen, as you had pointed out, Nicholas Pooran when he gets.
It's never a good sign.
It's never a good sign. But maybe today the jinx is broken. Today?
Possible.
So Sanju Samson had a good time again behind the wickets. But towards the end, he was struggling a little.
He had one bad moment, was that mix-up throw. But other than that, my God, I don't think Siraj was doing him too many favors. Because Siraj was generally favouring like that in-dipping Yorker on the middle leg side. So because of that, if the batsmen were going for the slogs, if they were missing, it was down to Sanju to be diving around for his life. So he did pretty well behind the stumps.
Yeah, and today more than the Yorkers, Siraj was bowling those slow bouncers, the cutters.
Correct.
So the off-spinning bouncer made it very difficult for the likes of Roman Powell and Romario Shepherd to at least connect.
Correct.
They did connect on one or two occasions, but then that's why 10 overs, one maiden, none for 47. It was really good. And Udit Chandani saying excellent keeping by Sanju.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Final over, he did struggle a bit, but actually.
50 overs is not easy. In fact, as Pradeep Shivalsan points out, oh my God, 50 overs is really long. Yeah, I can't believe, and all of us here, by the way, have grown up in the era of watching ODI cricket. We're not T20 babies.
Yeah.
ODIs, we used to consider it fast at one time.
Yes.
Now I sit through it and it's a bit of a slog at times, particularly the middle overs.
And imagine 50 overs or 60 overs. There used to be 60 overs.
At one point, yeah.
And 50 overs, you'd say 230, 240. If you cross 250, perhaps that was a great total.
Yeah, it was a competitive total at the very least.
Yes, but
then no.
250 is just about par. Just about.
250 in today's day and age is not even par. You need to be in the 270, 280 mark to be considered par. Remember, we're living in an era where England have scored 400, I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
So
500, they almost touched 500.
And also, 300s are like the norm at this point. So,
but then if I have to just add, maybe we are all praising Sanju Samson, but he did drop Nicholas Pooran.
Yes, he did.
And that actually cost them slightly.
Yeah, because Pooran I think that was early in his innings, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Nicholas Pooran just went for 6 or nothing.
Hey, he had six sixes and one boundary. So
yep. So, but again, what seems to be the key for India on this particular deck? The key seems to be that if they can if they can negotiate those slow cutters, then I think stroke making can be very, very easy. And the batsmen, the Indian batsmen I'm saying, they are much more equipped to play that.
Yeah.
Especially Dhawan, Gill and Iyer. Today, Iyer will have a very, very huge role to play.
True.
Because on this deck, which is slightly sluggish, he can control the middle overs. The spinners can be taken care of.
I think for me, the key player will be Shikhar on this track.
Absolutely, yes.
If you're talking about one player batting long and getting a big score, you'd be banking on him to be doing it 10 times out of 10. Exactly, the way, say, for instance, what Shai Hope did for the Windies.
Absolutely.
Bat at a strike rate of 80, at most 90.
Yep.
Don't be too, be aggressive early on maybe, but then bat long. Long.
Shai Hope's economy, strike rate, if I have to mention, it was 85. Normally we associate him with somewhere around 67, 70, 75. But today it was 85. So
that's an improvement on him. So.
Yep. Vikram Talreja saying you need early wickets from Shardul, not after they cross 300. He's a liability.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was telling you with Shardul, is that the whole Shardul Thakur experience is that he'll go for a lot of runs and then he'll get you wickets because bowlers are targeting him. And they'll probably not get one of his balls to they'll not connect hard enough. And then it'll just be okay, catch in the deep. So again, I don't think he's a bad option in ODI cricket, although again, that economy is a problem. You cannot be bowling at an economy of close to 8 in
Well,
ODIs.
in the IPL, we are seeing that in the last 5-6 years, Shardul's best economy in the season was 8.25.
And that was his best. His worst in the last 2 seasons, he's been at an economy of 9, which is expensive even by T20 standards.
Yes.
So
Sagar Singhal is like saying Siraj bowling was exceptional. He did not get wickets, but in power play and even the death, he was very good. And Sanju needs to grab the ball where he saved runs, but also even so many buys. He is wicket keeper, not a goalkeeper.
I mean, to be fair, at times he was having to dive around like a goalkeeper at one point.
Yes, yeah, that is the problem, because the line and length that Siraj was bowling, I mean, it was varied. It was the slow bouncer which awkwardly bounced. It was a leg side Yorker where anticipation needs to be at its highest level. So you could probably give the benefit of doubt to Sanju on that front, but yeah, dropping Pooran could be costly. Avinash Yadav is saying you need attacking bowler like Shaheen Afridi. But again, if you have one attacking bowler, you have in this Indian team, who are your attacking bowlers? You have Siraj, but then they played him out. The problem in this case was there was no backup to Siraj, and India could not have had a plan B because Yajuvendra Chahal, the most experienced bowler in the lineup, went for runs.
Actually, that was their plan A.
Yes,
Their plan A was Yuzvendra Chahal, and Pooran absolutely took him on.
Yes.
So when your lead bowler, the most experienced bowler in your bowling attack, gets taken apart like that, and again, bear in mind this is very much a second string Indian team.
Yes.
So I mean, otherwise on days when okay, Chahal's not playing, you'll have a Bhuvi Bumrah.
Oh yeah.
But here there's no Bhuvi Bumrah. So
well, Bhuvi, Bumrah and Shami, imagine if you have these three, it makes the Indian bowling look so much better.
So much.
But at the end of the day, without these three, I don't agree with the point that their bowling is ordinary. I will say you have had one bad office, but then one bad day in office, actually you had 2. In both the games, you have conceded over
300 at this point, yeah.
So the Indian bowling has some questions, and as one of our family members pointed out, that Arshdeep over Avesh actually.
See, okay, I mean, look, first off, let's not be quick to rush. I'm a big fan of Arshdeep, trust me, I like him a lot. He's a very good player, but there's no point just, one of the biggest criticisms we had of previous regimes in the BCCI was that they were very quick to use and discard, chop and change.
Horses for courses.
So Avesh has had a, very, very good, very bad debut, let's say.
Debut,
no 2 ways about it. But again, you will have that in international cricket, and this is why we say don't judge a player of IPL performances or domestic performances. Reaching international cricket is a whole different beast, and more often than not, this is where you find out just how much a bowler can adapt to that kind of pressure. It's not just about playing, it's about adapting to the kind of pressure, and obviously fine, he's had a bad debut, but I don't think he's going to be discarded just like that.
Correct. So Umal Ansara had pointed out, yes, Arshdeep must be preferred over Avesh Khan. Maybe
I think Arshdeep will be playing. I think
now if the series is level, I don't think they'll want to chop it.
Exactly. I think you're likelier to see Arshdeep in the T20I series. I think.
Yeah. Rohit Dagar saying Huda was different in the last match, and I think he's going to be today also. Well, Huda did hold one end up. Credit to him. But with the bat now, it depends. And there was one more. Yeah, Chill Out 777 is saying India might have to change the batting order a bit on this track.
Who would you change?
Maybe promote Sky.
Sky was playing at 4 last match, no?
So maybe 3. Iyer at 4.
I mean, considering
or maybe get Huda up the order.
Or Sanju.
But then Shubman at 4. You open with Sanju.
No. Sanju could bat at maybe 3-4. You could bat a Sky at 5. That's the thing.
5. Perhaps somewhere down the line, I think Sky at 5 is too late. That's the problem.
The problem with this, and can I be honest, this problem with this current Indian middle order is that it's only middle order players.
Yeah.
There's literally no one who can play as a lower order bat. Akshar may be the only one, but his form with the bat has been very questionable in recent
Very
times.
questionable. But although he did stitch that valuable stand with Huda in that first game, that helped them get past 300. But then supposing, Dhawan might play in a very conventional ODI way. Supposing. Then you will need someone to get off the blocks immediately.
Shubman
is that. If not Shubman, perhaps Sanju. Perhaps.
Then again, if you're literally swapping batting orders, then Gill at number 5, 6 is also a waste.
5, 6, yeah.
Sanju is a better option there because he doesn't really need the field up to go attacking.
Yep.
Gill, I find, is better off with the field up to begin with. Then he gets the confidence to kind of play strokes.
The only thing that I feel is perhaps get Surya at 3. That is the best I think I can do in this situation. Dhawan, Shubman, Sky, Shreyas, Sanju, Huda, Akshar. That's my or Thakur, Akshar.
Yeah, Thakur is a risk also with the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hit or miss.
He is hit or miss. So 8. Till number 8, that could be my batting for this chase, because remember, India have to chase 312 to clinch the series.
True.
So that is the probable thing that I can say. But then see, Surya is the promotion that I will look for, because he can play in all the conditions. Maybe when the field is up, maybe when the field is spread out, he can cleverly manipulate, and he's a good player of spin. So that is one way I will look at changing the batting order. But chill out, I think they will not want to change it.
I don't think they'll tinker. Not unless necessary, and I don't see this as being necessary. I think, see, this total, remember it's a 50 over match, this total will look a lot easier to chase out if you had a good start from the openers.
Openers, yes. If the openers give you a good start, then yes, it's probably the same.
Because there's really enough batting.
But if one of the openers falls cheaply, then perhaps the pressure will be a lot more.
Yes.
So, can we go down, Shivam? Yadu Vinayak injury update on Deepak.
He's just started bowling in, I think.
Yeah, we did mention in the pre-match that Deepak Chahar is slowly starting to bowl now, but I don't know what is his status going to be. I don't think he's in the fray for the World
not for this World Cup cycle.
But yeah, stranger things have happened, we don't know. Dex, Shane Sir, England, South Africa 1-1 draw, yes. After losing the first game by a big margin, England bounced back in the second thanks to some magnificent batting and bowling, especially from Sam Curran, Liam Livingstone and all.
Yeah.
But the third match at Leeds washed out due to rain. Quinton de Kock was on 92, but unfortunately the match could not happen. Typical English weather once again.
Very fickle.
Yes. Why Bhuvi not in the ODI?
I think he's being. I think they're kind of preserving him for now. His problem is that when he gets injured, it takes him a while to get back to his, best.
And remember, when he gets injured, cricket classics, it takes a lot of time for him not to just regain fitness, but to get back that rhythm.
Exactly.
He's a rhythm bowler.
So I think, right now, you saw how he was bowling against both South Africa and England. You'd want to be wrapping him in cotton wool and keeping him ready for the, World T20 World Cup.
Udit Chandani is saying Shami being only a power play bowler is not enough. Now Hardik can bowl in power play as well.
The difference with Hardik and Shami is that Shami is a proper bowler who's been doing this for a very long time. So Hardik, the thing is, are you going to rely on Hardik being a fifth bowling? No. He's a 5th, 6th bowling along with a Jaddu. Which means that some matches he'll bowl maybe 2-3 overs, maybe a 4 on some days. Were very unlikely otherwise. No, I think Shami, ideally I would want him in the scheme of things. I don't think he's in the scheme of things.
That's strange, because Shami he was excellent in the series against England, especially in the ODIs, but now it's very strange. I mean, Shami, if he gets a chance to play in the Asia Cup, let's see. But if he doesn't play the Asia Cup, then I don't think he is making that trip to Australia.
And right now, I remember I'd even seen news reports that, they don't see him being in the scheme of things. So,
So, okay, Sammy seems to be a perfect like Stokes replacement.
So Sam Curran, I'm guessing.
Sam Curran.
I wouldn't go that far, because I like Sam Curran. I like him a lot.
Yes.
But he can be very erratic with the ball at times. Very, very erratic. Stokes in his prime was a different beast.
Okay, but Manikant will play crucial. It may hurt Siddhant. He always trolls Siraj. He's Hyderabad ka sher. But again, Manikant, I have never trolled Mohammad Siraj. The problem with Mohammad Siraj in white ball cricket
is pretty evident.
Couple of years was that he did not he did not maintain control and he conceded plenty of runs. IPL 2022 was a classic case. Went for the most number of sixes and his economy rate was also pretty bad. So I am just pointing out the numbers when it comes to Mohammad Siraj. But otherwise, even when in the last couple of games, he's been fantastic with the ball. And in fact, many people have told us for giving high marks to Mohammad Siraj.
He did pretty well in the last match.
He did pretty well. So that is why. Well, Pradeep Srivalsan seems to be on another level of...
he's thinking India's winning this in 40 overs. That is some nice optimism, man. But yeah, I would like if that happens.
Yeah,
obviously.
Me too. I would also love it if...
But then see, Vansh Jain is on the other side. He's saying, I think India is losing this match. Don't lose hope yet. Again, this is not an improbable chase.
No, Hope scored 100. So now there is plenty of hope for India. Well, that's the way how names are. So, what's in the name?
What is in the name?
Shakespeare used to say. So, best order is to play Sanju at 3. Sanjay Cherian is saying when ball is new and comes on to the bat. So, you can play shots without this risk of no one to follow.
I do agree that, and this is the problem when this is the Sanju conundrum.
Yeah.
Where do you fit him? The problem with that is that considering Sanju is not really in the regular scheme of things for the Indian cricket team, he's not going to be given a first, he's not going to be batted at 3 or 4. For one, you have Sky there who's like a guaranteed 4. Correct. He's starting at 4 with, when the full strength team is there.
Correct.
And Shreyas is the backup 3-4.
Yes.
So with no Kohli there, Shreyas is slotting in. I don't think you're playing Sanju there because I don't think he's in the long-term scheme of things as of now. Because I think they're sorted when it comes to wicketkeeper bats.
Yep, so that is the worst part about it. I mean, I don't want to tinker with the batting lineup too much because if you have a stable batting lineup, then only big totals can get chased. So, okay, I'm not answering the Virat Kohli conundrum. That is for another day and on another show.
I think Jairaj Rana has an interesting thing of, he says, I think Gill will get 100. I was backing him to get a ton.
is saying Dhawan will get 100.
I was backing Gill to get a ton last time around as well. He was looking so good.
64 and some lazy running.
Lazy running. If it was not for that, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten the ton. I hope he gets one today.
He could have even gotten a 200.
According to Rahul.
According to Rahul, he could have gotten a 200.
Absolutely.
So, in that sense, it's pretty good that Gill has a chance now to redeem that mistake that he did in the first match. Hope he scores big.
As Uma Lanzara points out, that Bumrah should be preserved. Yeah, that's why they're resting him now. Again, I think they're very smart when it comes to managing Bumrah's workload. Because it's not just about the fact that he's your best bowler, it's the fact that his action can be can lead to a lot of
shoulder.
Exactly, injury problems if not properly managed.
Dhruv Devagiri is saying, now with Huda bowling well, he has to be in the 11 for the T20 World Cup.
Doubt it.
See, Huda might be there in the squad of 15.
And again, I'm telling you, in the 15, it'll be between him and Shreyas.
Yes.
It'll be in between him and Shreyas. And mind you, they're not looking at him as a bowling option for the T20s. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have bowled against Ireland. He didn't bowl against Ireland, not a ball. So I think maybe they're looking at him here more for the ODI. Because again,
ODI World Cup,
I agree. He's done pretty well. I mean, one for 42 in 9 overs.
In 2 games, he's scored 64 and 1 wicket.
That's not too bad considering he's
pretty decent.
Considering he's in essence like your 5th, 6th bowling option.
Yes.
So that's not bad at all. That's really not bad at all.
But I think Deepak Huda, we all said that he may make that trip to Australia, but whether he fits into the 11,
I doubt. 11, no.
That is very, very doubtful. Because as I had said, in an ideal world, if everything is fine,
Rohit,
Rahul, Kohli, Surya, Hardik.
Leave Hardik and Pant because he's not slotting there. Hardik, Pant, Jadeja is set in stone.
Chahal too.
So the only slots for Deepak Huda realistically are 3 and 4.
3 and 4. That's
VK and Surya. Not getting it.
He's not getting it there. So whether he's the backup for Hardik, no. He's not the backup for Hardik. So who is more pleasing to the Sanju or Gill?
Well, that's a tough one, but Gill I think very slightly edges it. Gill, by the way, I think the one compliment I can give him is that he has the elegance of a left-hand batsman.
Yes.
I've never seen a right-hander look that elegant, that easy on the eye.
Correct.
Generally speaking, if we're talking about left-handers in the prime, you've seen a Lara. At home we had Ganguly. Again, very, very...
UV.
UV. Again... The UV could bludgeon them also.
Yeah, UV was a brute, but when he hit them, it stayed.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. Shreyas Iyer says, okay, Shreyas and Huda both are not going to World T20. Beyond 11, you can take one backup keeper, one spinner, and two fast bowlers.
Doubt it. No. I don't think you're taking two fast bowlers. You'd have 4 fast bowlers.
Yeah.
3 who will be playing.
Yeah. Harshal, Bumrah, Bhuvi.
Who's the 4th? It will probably be between Avesh and Arshdeep, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if you have that, you're not taking 2 fast bowlers, not a chance.
Yeah.
And the others, backup wicket keeper, I agree. But even there, I think you'll have a backup wicket keeper and 1 batsman.
You don't need a backup keeper because see, you have Pant and DK.
So DK is your backup keeper.
Yeah. Even if you don't consider DK, there is also Ishan Kishan.
And Ishan Kishan might not even make the 11. There's a good danger that he might not. Because honestly, if you're asking me who those 4 will be, it will most likely be 1 pacer, 1 spinner.
Yep.
There will be 1 more spinner who goes, 1 top order bat, and 1 backup wicket keeper.
Yes.
So the top order bat is the spot for either Shreyas or Deepak Huda. One of these two, because the backup keeper is fairly sorted, DK. The spinner also, that's up for grabs.
They have plan B, A, B, C, D in the wicket keeping.
Yeah.
Plan D is KL Rahul.
Exactly.
Plan C is probably Ishan
Kishan.
Plan B is DK. And Plan A, the one that you're going with, is Rishabh Pant.
And as beyond that, 1 pacer, as I said, is going to be either between Avesh and Arshdeep. I keep mixing up there. Akshardeep ho gaya. There also.
Like a Khaldeep.
Like a Khaldeep, Akshardeep, everything. Anyway, so there's either going to be that, and the spinner, I think, is going to be between, again, my 2 cents, Bishnoi or Kuldeep, depending on his fitness, of course. I'm very, very interested to see how he does against West Indies, because again, first off, subject to fitness. Second of all, oh my god, imagine if it's Ashwin going.
Yeah, Ashwin's there in the T20 squad for the West Indies. I don't know what's that going to happen. Gerard Chana saying T20 World Cup gap should be increased minimum 3 years. So ODI cricket, we could see more.
I don't think people are clamoring to see that much more ODI cricket, to be honest with you. Also, the main reason why every year now practically you're having an ICC tournament is because the ICC want to ride that money gravy train. They want the money which comes from organizing these big tournaments.
Every year you've got an ICC event. 2023 you'll have the ICC World Cup, that's the end of the cycle. 2024 you have the World T20 in West Indies and US. 2025 you have the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. 2026 you are having the ICC World T20 in Australia, New Zealand. So that's how it's going to be. So Pradeep is saying Sanju's plan Z.
But he's not right. He's not wrong. I mean,
if I have to look at the IRCTC, the way how we book rail reservations, Sanju is PQWL regret. I'm sorry. He's not getting that berth to Australia.
Also, let me address Vikram Talreja. He's saying last year you took 2 spinners and 1 fast bowler, 1 backup. You were wrong there. Last year the World Cup was in UAE. Obviously, you were going to take 2 spinners here. You're playing in Australia now. You would want to be loading up with pacers rather than spinners. Because again, remember, when you're counting spinners, you're counting Jaddu as one of the 2 who will be in your playing 11. So beyond that, you'd want just 1 more backup, and that backup is going to be the backup for Yuzi Chahal. So again, and will you play 2-3 spinners in Australia? 2 at most, and that to Jadeja will be the other spinner who's not going to be bowling 4 overs every single time. Simple as. He and Hardik will be dividing the workload of,
Because look, where are you going to play? Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, Sydney. That's going to be your 4 venues.
And most of them are road pitches for
Sydney
ODIs.
is a turner. Adelaide can be a slow pitch. Melbourne is a drop-in wicket. It can be sluggish. Perth is the only pitch where there might be a bit of pace and bounce. So there you may play only 1 spinner. Right? Again, in Australia, a leg spinner does well than a left armer or a off spinner. Nathan Lyon being the only exception, but Nathan Lyon
is mostly a test player.
Is a test player. So in that sense, this year you take 2 backup fast bowlers, 1 backup spinner, and 1 backup wicket keeper. I think that's what Shane you exactly mentioned, right?
No, I said one pacer. as a
One
backup,
pacer.
because you have Hardik back.
You have
there,
Hardik, yeah.
The big difference was last year you didn't have
You didn't have Hardik as
bowling.
the bowler.
Exactly. So this time around, you'd have 4 pacers starting because you'd have Hardik as well.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think you'd only be taking one.
Yeah.
One pacer as a backup, one spinner as a backup,
Yes.
top order bat. Because again, otherwise, top order batting, if one of those guys gets injured, is thin.
Yeah,
There's no one
very,
there.
very,
You
very.
can't go without a single backup bat. Not a chance.
Sanket Joshi is asking, what is the status of KL Rahul's injury / corona?
Well, we don't know exactly at this point
But there is hope.
that he'd be flying out.
He will be, at least for the remaining 3 T20Is.
Hopefully,
Hopefully, that's the thing. Austin Gunnar is having a question for you.
No, I don't follow MotoGP. Udit Chandani is saying KL not comfortable keeping, as he told. Of course, he's not comfortable keeping,
but then, as I said, he's plan D.
And that's what I'm saying. First off, he's plan D. Secondly, if team management asks you to do a role, even Rahul Dravid never really liked keeping.
But
he
he
did
had to do
anyway.
it, yeah.
So, if
As
team
Saurav Ganguly used to say, he had a job for the team and he did it.
exactly.
So that is the thing.
And again, he's at this point, I don't think he's going to be plan A because you have plan A and B are sorted.
Yeah.
Plan C would most likely be Kishan.
But again, if Rishabh Pant does not perform in the T20Is,
then there's going to
he
be.
is not an automatic starter. in
No,
Australia.
right. In fact, right now, that's why when we keep picking our 11s, I'm saying it's Rishabh / DK. Still. Because with DK, you know what you're getting. Simple.
Ishan could slot in if both Rishabh and DK have a slot.
But the problem with Ishan is again batting.
Yeah,
He's mostly a top order bat. You'd be really tinkering with the batting order.
that's the problem. So, what's your opinion about Shardul? Shekhar Bajpayee saying
I've shared this a
frustrating
lot.
enigma.
He's really very much an enigma when it comes to his bowling because he'll go for runs, he'll get you wickets. It's just I don't know. Anyway, the match is about to start.
Sanket Joshi, thanks here. Thanks, Sanket. I hope I can do many more such videos in the coming days.
Chess Olympiad will be starting soon. So
the Chess Olympiad, the Commonwealth, India, West Indies. We have an action-packed.
Oh man, August is going to be lit.
Yeah, August is op, as they say, op. So join us for the end of the match that I and Shane will be there.
Yeah, and by the way, we will not be in office in case any of you are wondering.
Yes.
We'll be joining you from the comfort of our homes. You too can join us from there, of course.
Yes.
And of course, since we're leaving you, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, tap the bell so you know when we're going live. Also, please download the SportsTak app so that you have the latest sports news at your fingertips. From both of us right now, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you. Vanakkam. It'll be 2-0.